My first political job ended with a public scandal and a senator's downfall. I stayed outside the room, pretending to work, but it was impossible not to notice what was happening. The guards leaned against the wall, half asleep from the heat. No one was checking on anything. That's how these nights always went. Inside, I could hear voices at first. The senator's voice was calm, almost gentle, which was unsettling in itself. He wasn't like that with staff. He wasn't like that with donors either. Whatever was happening in that room mattered to him in a way I hadn't seen before. At one point, the fan inside kicked up louder, and I heard thumping sounds. They would get louder, then slower. Then the thumping sounds would continue for a while until it stopped, and a few minutes later, the fan shut off and everything went quiet again. Not peaceful quiet, heavy quiet, the kind that makes your skin feel tight. I didn't hear laughter. I didn't hear anger either. Just murmured conversation, long pauses, and then nothing at all. Time felt strange. I couldn't tell if it had been 5 minutes or 30. Eventually, the door opened and the senator stepped out. He looked different. Not relaxed. Not satisfied. Just hollowed out. Like something had been decided that couldn't be undone. He didn't look at me. He told me to make sure no one disturbed him for the rest of the night. The young woman stayed inside. I never heard her cry or raise her voice. When she finally came out later, she didn't meet my eyes either. She walked past me slowly, like someone moving through water. Her hands were clenched so tightly I remember thinking her nails must be digging into her palms. The guards didn't react. No one said anything. The door closed again, and that was that. The next morning, the campaign moved on like nothing had happened. Boxes packed, posters torn down, music gone. The senator was quieter than usual, distracted, but not remorseful. If anything, he seemed almost calmer, like someone who had accepted an outcome he'd been fighting against. Later that day, I overheard him tell an aide to handle a paperwork issue for a man in town. I recognized the name immediately. It was the girl's father. That's when it fully clicked. This wasn't a moment. It was a transaction.